Listen, bro, I truly believe it's one of the worst mistakes you could possibly make in the gym to let the weight dominate you and to let the weight determine how you feel about it. I saw a Jeffrey Verity Schofield Instagram story once, actually several times because he posts that message a lot, and it's that to remind yourself that you are the one controlling the weight, you are the dominant one, the weight is not shit, the weight is just a piece of metal. You're an entire human with fucking thoughts, ambitions, goals. And yeah, your muscles do have a certain capacity, but once you're within that capacity, there's no fucking reason why you shouldn't just like absolutely take complete control of the weights. So we're gonna go into a few videos and go over a few cues for how to get yourself in the present moment so that you don't engage in this kind of passive lifting. Because the downsides of this, you're just gonna make less progress in all areas, let's be honest. The downsides of it for like hypertrophy is that if you're doing this like fucking passive lifting where you're not actually in the present moment and you're not controlling weights and fucking dominating them, like the shitty ass piece of metal that they are, the downside you'll experience there is that you won't be able to get as close to failure because you won't be able to grind as hard through the reps. And for strength, you won't be as stable, you won't be as tight for all of your fucking PRs, 1 rep maxes, which will cause you to lose and fail the rep where otherwise you would have succeeded. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna get copyrighted because there's fucking Little Dark Age playing in the gym at the time of this lift. On this day I was feeling a tad bit weak. My central nervous system was having a pretty shit day, so I decided to Larson press instead of bench pressing, which would obviously cut my reps in half. I do this fucking, yeah, just 1 plate for 3 reps on here. And the cue, a few cues to be really in control of the weight is number 1, the starting position. I roll myself still onto my neck and traps instead of, okay, I will let the CIA go past my house any second. Big. Okay, so even when you're doing a Larson press, you should be pretty stable on the bench unless it's like a fucking actual pool noodle that you're sitting on. You should be connected through your glutes and your fucking lower back if you want to go that far to not arch it at all. And also your neck and traps that you roll yourself onto with leg drive. Obviously you have no leg drive, but initially in the start position you can get yourself into that position, which will make you a lot more stable than if you just like lay on your scapulae, which you can't really move once you're there. That's the secret, by the way, of moving your scapula while you're bench pressing, is to roll yourself with your feet onto your neck and traps. So you get into that starting position. Once you actually grab the bar, another good cue to kind of get yourself in the present moment more easily is to actually kind of like engage your lats and like slightly roll the weight into yourself. Honestly, just the fucking form tip for every single movement seems to be just row, my guy. Even for the deadlift of the last video and for this, if you once it's racked, you kind of row the weight a little bit into yourself. You cue yourself to engage your lats, and you also cue yourself to not just let fucking gravity plop down the weight onto your chest and now you're struggling to get it up, but you're actively rowing the weight to your chest and then you're just pressing it up, and it's fucking great. It's easy. These actually look a lot slower than they felt. So we got 1, 2, 3, and I nearly shit myself by the third one. Not my greatest performance, but I am still in control of the weight, not letting it hit me. Here I'm able to grind pretty hard because of all the aforementioned cues, and I fucking, I get the 135 for 3. Wonderful, amazing strength number. I don't know why this was in the folder of clips to include with this. It's not that funny. It's an elbow lever. Yippee. I just leaked like 20 cars license plates so I can show you a shitty elbow lever. Nice. Alright, this video is from the Church of Iron, Planet Fitness, the greatest gym known to man. And so, whatever we're going to be doing here is going to be the opposite of what you want to follow. This is a clip from a good few months ago. Obviously, before I had access to a barbell. So I was here on the Smith machine, loading up fucking a plate and a 25 on the Smith machine squat with a belt, with my newly acquired belt at this point. And here I fuck around for, you can see the clip is almost 2 minutes long. I think the set of this is like 3 or 5 reps. And so, the amount I just like fucking do nothing pretty much and get scared of the weight and let it control me both physically and mentally really detracts from like my performance and how confident the form is and everything. So you can see here a significantly less cool version of me. This is before I went to Hungary. Hold on. Playback speed. We need to put this to fucking 2 times because I fiddle around with my belt for like 3 years. Then I finally get under the bar. Do all this shit. I think I even get out one more time. Just because I don't like the feeling of squatting. Readjust my belt. One more time. And you can see how much time I'm wasting. You can see how fucking unconfident I'm gonna be going into this. And once you see the very epic form I use, it's gonna be apparent that I wasn't the most confident going into this. It's like barely parallel, slightly above parallel. Fucking shifting everywhere. Not tight, not like not stable whatsoever. That was the set. Holy fuck, I did 3 reps with that. I could shit that out for like 10 right now on the Smith machine. But anyways, you can see how there a significantly less based and build version of myself could fucking barely do 3 shitty reps with this. Whereas if I guarantee if I went in there, put on my fucking cowboy boots, waltzed on in there, you're not the boss of me, got under that bar straight away, didn't waste fucking 2 minutes before starting the set. Another thing you'll notice, a bunch of like powerlifting meets and powerlifters, they're literally like have like 2 to 3 times their body weight on the bar for these squats, and they'll just go straight under it, brace once, and then step out and then do their rep. Right? For me, this is on a Smith machine with a belt, safe as shit you can potentially imagine, going only to parallel, slightly above even, and I still waste like a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes, because my mindset wasn't in it, and because I wasn't confident that I could control the weight myself. Okay, this is another very, very effective training phase that I had in the Planet Fitness, where I was doing Bulgarian light training on the Smith machine deadlift, which meant I was maxing out every day on the Smith machine deadlift, and I went home. This is optimal for all muscle groups. This is optimal for all fucking every potential benefit that you can derive from exercise. Maxing out on Smith machine deadlifts every day delivers it all, I promise. And it's a pretty much similar situation here. I do some kind of like autism dance, try and wiggle around, find my starting position, look around, look to see fucking nothing. No one's there. I don't know why I'm looking there. And then I grab down to reach the bar finally. And with the deadlift especially, I find that the more time I spend in like the bottom position trying to like initiate the slack pull, do whatever else, the weaker I am. The strongest I am usually in the deadlift is literally when I just brace at the top, properly take my grip on the bar firmly, and then spend no time literally in the bottom position and just start fucking pulling like the second I grip it. And while that could be improved, obviously, the far worse alternative in my opinion is to spend the shitload of time in the bottom position trying to wiggle, figure out what to do. And the proof I have for this is that while I was doing this little maxing out Bulgarian light phase with the deadlifts, the days that I failed, pretty much, was when I just spent so much time wiggling around in that start position, again, not confident, thinking that the weight can control me. I was in my own head. And the times when I just fucking ripped it up off of the ground, well, not off of the ground, off of the fucking Smith machine, was when I just got down and just gripped and ripped the bar. That may not be optimal form, but it's so much better for your mindset, and well, I shouldn't say it was so much better for my mindset to do that and just confidently know that, yeah, the weight can control me, I'm just gonna pick this bitch up and put it back down, rather than to worry about all these little minute things that didn't even really matter, and in the end let the weight scare me and let the weight control me. So let's see what I do. Again, I adjust my belt like 17 times. This time I spend like a whole minute at the top. I think I do like grip and rip it immediately, but I spend so much time in this top position that it's still not the best it could be. Let's observe this amazing form from a few months back. Wonderful. I did the Parkinson's dance towards the end there. Humongous. That may be... And I like apologize to the weights there. Nice hand gesture I did there. Cool. This may be the greatest amount of weight ever pulled by any human. Surprisingly, the time when I did find myself in control of the weight and not letting myself get bitched around was on isolations, specifically tricep exercises. And as you can see here, the difference is actually massive. I'm not letting myself get scared of the 35 pounds that are on the dual rope pulley. and I guarantee you I got a fucking great stimulus out of that. If for no other reason than because I was confident going into it, and I was sure that I was going to control the weight this time, and I was not scared of it. Hope you learned something from this video, as from all my other ones, and the next time you go into the gym, just remind yourself, make this a little, like, kind of reality check, presence reminder for yourself, that whatever set you're going to do, you're going to be in control of the weight. It's just a hunk of metal. It's far lesser than you as a being, and you're just going to fucking destroy whatever set you have planned. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye. Peace.